G'day team, how we going? It is Kaz from In the Trenches with Kaz, and we are in uncharted times. What's going to happen tomorrow? The pending elections, USA. It's a tough one. It's a tough one to pick, but we're going to see soon enough, and that's not what tonight's about. Tonight is about who dares wins. SASR. No, take regiment out of it, the R out of it, the Romeo, the cool guy. It's about SAS Australia, a celebrity game show. That's what it is. Let's do some introductions, shall we? Let's move my camera over to here. It's freaking me out over there. Better, Miss Jane. Diamond Bravo, always quick off the mark. Some would say too quick. Maybe the real lurker. We've got Jet Marshman. Benny and the Jets. We've got Flubba Dubba first. Well, you just typed too slow. Maybe you were, mate. Maybe you were. Jesse, I wish I had your girl. We've got Philemon Winter. Cold right there. Good to have you here. If this is your first time here, make sure you check the subscribe button. Okay, treat it like it's a cure for COVID and tap on it like you're giving it to your family. Okay, we've got Fugly here. We've always got Fugly here. It's great to have the glazier from Western Australia right here with us. One of the most dangerous careers. Where those in glass houses had better be careful because he's the one that comes and charges premium prices to fix them. We've got Kemp Thorne. Thorn in my foot. We've got World of Doro here. We've got DJ Brown. Spin that wheel. We've got Jack Burns. Chinese Burns. We've got Dave D. Stand fast. It's Dave D is here. Officer and a gentleman. Which one you decide? Maybe both. Brady Cars. Wish I had a car. I do. We've got Lauren is shining, and I'll give her a call in a minute, but she wanted to put the kettle on. But her name's not but her name is not Polly. DJ Brown, welcome to the Great Unwashed. DJ, looks like he wanted to put the eye in there as well. My favourite drone company. Here you go, straight off the bat. Thank you for joining the members. Some calamari straight up ya. It's a Kraken! Feed him a mother-in-law. That should make him happy. Welcome, calamari. Does the mother-in-law make you happy? DJ, thanks to have you here. Can we get some hands of colour down in the chat to let him know that he's amongst good friends here? We've got Andre. Nice name. I have news, Kaz. I have my assessment day in the next couple of weeks. The good thing about that, mate, is you will get all the answers to your questions, good or bad. But the bad thing is you're going to have a long time to wait as we get ready for next year. Springboarding into 2021. Will it be a good year, better year? Better blimp. Let's see. Glenn Jones, not Alex Jones. G'day, Kaz and crew. How's it going? Anxiety, mate. Anxiety pending tomorrow's outcome. Also, we've had some really, really sad news, and we're going to be talking about that in a moment. But first up, Lauren, Dave, Alex Press, Mr. P, great to have you here. Just drop in to see what their go is to reaction behaviour, science in reality TV. Mr. P, we talk about that for a couple of moments, and then it goes back to normal. Calm down. Hey, Carl, there you go, mate. Triple cracking right there. We've got Carl P. Loves a rooftop. We've got Glennie Jones there. We've got Lauren is shining still. Hands of colour. All there for DJ. Good to have DJ Brown there. And that's some green vomit in a can for Brady Carr. Well done, Diamond Bravo. He's learning Kung Fu. I need to catch that just to get it on my list. I've had almost every other disease. Guys and gals, so let's go to it. Yesterday we saw reality TV. Episode 5 of Who Dares Wins for the SAS Australia. It was a fantastic episode, and what I'd like to do is congratulate some people. You know, although you could say they put up a shit performance, if you looked at it optically, they put up an amazing performance because they didn't quit. We're going to be speaking about quitting. Is there something wrong with quitting? Does it make you a quitter? Let's put things in perspective. When you do anything in life, how do you know that you are not at the very bottom of the peak of the pack, peak, was I talking about New Zealand accent there, in no matter what you're doing. Are you the slowest in the Olympic marathon despite the fact that you're the fastest in your own country back at home? Are you the weakest in the gym or in UFC, but you're the toughest person you've ever met before you got there? What we're seeing is the different biomechanics of human beings' personalities, grit, and a thing called toughness, which is different to fitness. You might have someone 10 times fitter who can't keep up with you on the race day when, like Lord Batten used to run against people, he used to defeat them mentally. We'd call that strategy over tactics. And what we saw in episode 5 was some people, although they did fairly badly physically, they actually had such toughness and grit. And that goes out to Ali. I'm not being impartial because her name is the same as my daughter's. She was suffering big time. She was the obvious worst suffering person on the show, but did not give up. She done this weird looking leopard crawl where she was actually almost a downward facing dog or a pyramid. Looked like the rest position for the push-up position. It was horrible. But she didn't quit. She didn't quit. And it would have been horrific when they did the water scenario where they went into the water and it was designed to make someone quit. Someone had to quit. And they knew that. They knew they were going to keep going in and keep going in to keep the credibility on the show that someone at least quits every episode. Ali didn't quit. She kept going. Do you know who else didn't quit? Someone who's doing really, really badly on the show, but not quitting this time, was Jackson Warren. Very immature, but has the body of a man. So well done to him. The ticks that I put out yesterday for this one, I'm only allowed to give 3 points. 1 goes to Merrick, again, fantastic. Not just on the traverse rope. I forget what they were calling it, something crawl. It's a traverse rope. Right? It's a way of getting across expanses. It's a way of getting across areas, transversing very restricted terrain. Okay, you'll have to do it if you go to Kapuka, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. We've got also the honey badger. He's the glue. He is one of the best contestants, and it feels like you're not allowed to give him props because he looks like he's the part. But he's fantastic at everything he touches in that show. I just wish he'd have a little bit more leadership. When the chances are there for him to talk, he doesn't do it. He comes from an apex predator, bloody rugby union team for Australia. He should be more vocal in getting the team together, the leadership. And we've got Holly Taylor. I've got to say this one because she was the first person. She doesn't stand out in the show at all. As a matter of fact, they probably underrepresent her. But she's the first female ever in the SAS Australia, UK, etc. to ever get across a traverse rope. That doesn't say a lot really because it's pretty fucking easy. But this is what it's like. And I'm going to let you know. I'm going to show you this. This is the traverse rope in the School of Infantry. It is mandatory to get across it. If you don't get across it, you shouldn't be getting your Skippy badge. For 50 years, everyone else has had to get across it, and you never even used to get your weekend if you couldn't get across doing the regain method. At the moment, this is part of hardcore. You're actually seeing Australian soldiers who are going for their Skippy badge. When they finish this, they'll be going to the bayonet assault course, and then that will complete their Skippy badge pursuit. So they're using the best method to get across, but it's also the most taxing for females. You better use the regain method, because if you don't, you're going to gas out and then you won't get over another obstacle on the obstacle course. You can watch videos on that team. The strategy that I believe by the show, when we watched the traverse rope, where we saw, what's the gentleman's name? He quit without even having a crack. Eden Daly. Eden Daly? Strong looking gentleman. Reality TV guy again from Love Island or something. And basically, he didn't even have a go. Scared of heights has been part of an incident where someone drowned, etc. He's tied to this rope. You know, they're actually able to get on to the traverse rope upper position without having to do the regain method. Once they got in the center of the rope, they said dismount the rope, get back on. I believe they deliberately didn't teach them how to do it properly, anticipating and hoping that it would look more dramatic as they couldn't regain and fall. I could have taught them in 10 minutes and they would have been apples. And basically as simple as when you release your legs, okay, the expectation is that people always straighten their arms. don't do it. Let your arms not lock out. Do a half heave where your legs are like that. You use the momentum of the backswing, and that'll kick your legs straight back up. Good to go. The first thing you do while your legs are locked up there is reach through around the rope, over the rope. All you simply do is then drop the right leg, swing around. You're on top of the rope. You can't fall off if you try. You will crush your nuts like Merrick did. Okay, you have to have your shirt tucked in, have an undershirt if you can, go into the School of Infantry. You won't have a problem with it until it gets to hardcore, and then it's bloody hard. And remember, when the Australians do it, you know, when you do it at the School of Infantry, you're also going to have about 20 kilos of equipment. You may have the Mag 58, you might have the Minimi, both machine guns. You might have a GLA. You're going to have a weapon, you're going to have a helmet, you're going to have body armour, etc. All of that goes against you, but they'll teach you how to do everything. Hey, Leah, how you going, mate? How's the little one going? Thanks for your message on YouTube too. We've got Lauren. Hi, lovely Leah. We're just letting Lauren have a bit of fun there. G'day, Kaz and team. Guys and gals, the show is good. I like it. You see, if you sat around not as one person, you might not find it entertaining if you don't know what you're looking at. But if you look at it from an instructor's point of view, someone with military experience's point of view, someone from SAS point of view, and you look at it and you don't look at it from a military perspective, you look at it as a problem-solving problem. You look at it as everything is an activity, despite the fact you might do 4 activities in a day. Everything to do with military is finding success from the hands of failure, is not giving up, treating this as an isolated challenge. You can't fail. You're not alone. You're there with others. Ask for help. You'll get it. Battle buddies all around. Yeah, you'll be fine. Let's get to some other news. Okay, Dave D says, don't let your weapon hitting you in the back of your head distract you. That's right. You got no teeth in the back of your head. You'll be fine. It's been a while, Kaz. Hector, how you going, mate? Hero of Troy, but not Brad Pitt. How'd everyone go today? Give us a hands up in the chat if you had a winner today with the Melbourne Cup. Let us know. I didn't watch any of it tonight. I've been getting ready for tomorrow, the US elections. What you can see in the background of our video right now is the crowd of 57,000 people in Butler. Everything in the US at the moment is trying to tell you that Mr. Trump is not going to make it in. Maybe will, maybe won't. I don't know. But I can't see a single reason to vote Democrat. Not a single one. And I'd really hope that someone's not going based on his personality. Because even Europe yesterday, 14 nations put in a combined article for the 5th Nobel Peace Prize for Donald Trump. They put it in yesterday. Okay, he's been nominated for 5 of them. Obama got one before he'd started serving. What does that tell you about corruption? Or about the Nobel Peace Prize? Hey, Shannon. G'day, mate. Hey, Kaz, love your videos. I love your video. For those who have seen the young ones, thank you, mate. I love the support that you give. You know, Stick Man, are you a big guy or a skinny guy? Is that why they call you the Stick? I'm having the juice here, but not on the juice. Delicious. All right, we've got enough views on here. Foxhound Romeo 336, bring back imperialism. There you go. Mate, I absolutely love that photo of you on Instagram. You know, your missus looks a peach too. You know, it was a really fantastic outfit. It's good on you. Alex Press, nice one, Hector. Hope to be in that position next year. Hector says, I've got 2 more HSC exams to go. ADFA on January 15. Hector, I can't wait to follow your journey as you go and learn about military history while getting paid to set yourself up for a Rosso. How many years is it? How many years is it, Hector? Just put in there again. Was it 12 years you've signed on for? Fantastic. Jesse, the Wise family lost their house in it. What was that about? Carl P, I want to see a little bit of him that curls up in a full loop. I'm not sure what that was about. Guys and gals, we've got some sad news. Does anyone ever remember in here a young man whose name was Braden Russell? Braden Russell. Fantastic kid, beautiful smile, good looking guy, got in the military, got his Skippy badge. Went to Townsville. I don't know what happened. I don't investigate because I don't want to judge situations. Something's happened in that young man's life where it become unbearable and he's just taken his own life. Okay? I don't know what happened in Braden's life. I don't blame anyone. Braden chose an action that can't be reversed, and now we've lost Braden Russell. I reckon we should have a moment's silence for not only a subscriber of the channel, but a successful candidate of the channel, and I'll tell you what we've done to at least immortalise him for the channel. So if we can have a moment, guys and gals, for Braden Russell, we'll give him the standard 15-second silence. Okay, and if you can join me now. Braden, I'm sorry it came to this, mate, and my message to you and your friends would be, it's a sad loss, and it's a permanent solution. I don't know what caused it, mate, and I would have done anything to have had a conversation with you to maybe produce a different outcome. And to your family, I'm really sorry for your loss, mate. I really am. What we've done is we've got Derek over here. I'm just getting rid of the flare there, team. What we've done is we've created the parade ground. The parade ground is designed for all of you guys and gals who successfully make it through your IET training. That's all you have to do. Make it through your IET training. Get up there, Derek. Now, the very first person on there was meant to be back it up Terry, who was just here. What we've done instead, right, is we put right marker up there, Braden Russell in red, okay, and he is the right marker. He'll always be known as the first person on there. He's the right marker. That's where the formation begins. As you pass your training, it won't be for Kapuka. It has to be after your IT training, successfully navigating everything that you've signed on for. Then you'll go on this board. I don't care if you're in for 20 years or if you're in for 2 or 4. You get through your ITs, you'll be on the board, and you'll be in immortality on this panoramic board that we've created for you. And that will always sit. Where you can see it and know that you're represented. Can we get some hands up for young Braden there, in case any one of his family watches this and understands that his name was spoken? When we say lest we forget, I believe that we should say my name. By saying a name, we actually make a name real. It is said out loud. It is not just lest we forget who. We say a name. One name to represent them all. Whether it be Timmy Applin, 2 Commando. Whether it be Benjamin Chuck, 2 Commando. Whether it be Scotty Palmer. You know, we say their names, whether it be Braden Russell. It's a family. It's a fraternity. We look after each other. We should look after each other's memory. And we say that by mentioning the names of those that fall. It's very important. Because there's nothing worse than when people fall and they mean so much to you, but then you never hear their name mentioned by anyone else. And you think, are they forgotten? No, they're not. But so much is happening in this world these days that it can be hard to put things into perspective. So, to Braden, this one was for you, mate. Yeah? I hope your family can take the fall. Lest we forget Braden. Nice one there. Donkey Bong. Okay, got me interview for infantry on Thursday. Really keen to get it done. Except the fact that when they actually accept you, that you'll have to still go back and do another assessment session. You'll have to go back and do another PFA. That'll be part of it to make sure you don't pull the fat cord, as we like to call it. Okay, to make sure that nothing else has happened. Okay, after you start getting ready for your obligation to go once you're given a date. Let's see what Lauren is doing right now.
Good evening.
Guten Tag.
Hello.
How you going, mate?
I'm going good. How are you?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. Big fan, love your content, says Jack Patrick. That's two first names, which is always confusing to many. When they go, what's your surname? And you go, Jack. Or, sorry, Patrick. They go, no, your surname. You go, it's Patrick. What's your first name? It's Jack. Two first names.
Yeah. And willy-nilly says, hi, Kaz, been watching most of the year, first time in chat, though.
Willy Manilly Vanilli.
Yeah.
Guys and girls,
you folks.
am I allowed to talk about a conversation that I had today? G'day, Jay Hayes. Oh, that's that, not the devil's horns. West Side, not cerebral palsy. That's Jay Hayes over in Western Australia. He can hear your voice, Lauren. Say hello to Jay if you can.
Yeah, hi, Jay.
She gives consent for you to say hello back.
Yeah, we've already said hello.
Yeah. Mr. P. Kaz, are you finishing to watch your reality show? No, I'm not, mate. I'll watch that tomorrow on 7 Plus. 7 Up, 7 Up. A soft drink I don't remember having. Lemonade Fugazi, for those that have watched Donnie Brasco.
Long time ago.
I had a situation today. G'day, Mutt. How you going, mate? Hey, Mutt. And Yonnies. How you going, guys? I've got one other bit of bad news.
Oh, what's that?
I've got a feeling, I haven't worked it out yet, that I believe our puppy, Achilles, might be deaf.
Oh.
He doesn't respond at all to verbal cues. You know, when I clap to try and do a startling noise, no response whatsoever.
Oh, really?
If he is deaf, that's fine. But he won't understand sign language either. I'll look after the little bugger.
Yeah, you just have to watch him in traffic and stuff, that's all.
You know what? A lot of our kids aren't perfect either. You know,
Yeah,
you wouldn't get rid of a kid if they had something wrong with them.
Oh, exactly.
So you can't get rid of a puppy that you chose. Yep.
Yep.
Aidan Ruth, the winner, the double recipient of the T-shirt, and how much is in your sack, sailor? Sorry, my attendance has been lackluster as of recently, Kaz. Today was the last day I wear my high school uniform, and I'm glad to be moving on. I can only hope to be there with Braden. What? I can only hope to be on there with Braden.
On the board. He just means on the board.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No, he just means on the board.
Jeez, you scared me for a second, son.
Yeah, no,
I was a bit.
It's okay.
Um.
On the board.
Yeah, so the puppy might be deaf. That's okay. So I promise to love him till the day he carks. I had a situation today there, Mr. Stickman. It'd be very interesting to be able to talk to people. Understand that when you're in the military, despite the double standard that there is on who is allowed to be political, I'm talking about LGBT there, you're allowed to have views on that if that's what you are, and maybe even special treatment in some areas to be able to actually project that on military representation, etc. But that's another story. But when you're in the military, you don't have a political voice. If you're only in the army for 4 years, accept the fact that for 4 years you don't have a political voice. But you can be projected from the country to somewhere on something you potentially don't agree with, but you've signed something to say that all up to including your life as part of the transactional contract of being a volunteer for the Australian Army, the best small army in the world, in the footsteps of the Anzacs. But when you drag that out to 24 years, like my career, where you have to shut up about political views, where you're not allowed to weigh in on things in a way that you can educate people on a different way of looking at something. Press like now if you can, team. If you don't, make sure you press it down like to entertain me later. And today I was talking to one of my friends, and we were talking about Donald Trump. And I said, look, mate, you know, I can't see a snowflake in hell on how he can possibly not win tomorrow. You know, and out of nowhere, a 55 to 60-year-old looking lady just, I'm not sure whether she was unfit and trying to get up the gutter, but she wasn't happy. And she goes, did you just say Trump? And I went, yeah, I did actually. And she goes, do you actually like him? I said, I absolutely like him, you know. And she goes, why would you like someone like that? And blah, blah, blah. I went, What's your personality got to do with it? Do you ask the personality of a fireman? This is a guy who's been nominated for 5 Nobel Peace Prizes, who has done record economic raises for his country, even in the last quarter. He has given the lowest records for unemployment to all demographics. He has now brokered peace deals with almost every fighting group that in the world. But it's also none of her business. And I just explained to her, I said, look, mate, I said, I've had to shut my mouth for 24 years as a soldier. And then I finally get out of the military where I've actually lived this life and been overseas and wish that I had someone like that in charge of me as a commander-in-chief. And now I'm getting told to shut up again by someone who's never held a rifle.
Exactly. Would she, do we have a right to ask her why she would like Biden? Like that, would we have a right to interrogate?
They never say that. They never say what they like about the other side because there is nothing to like.
Well, that's what they should do. They should spend less time trying to abuse other people who don't think like them, and instead of ramming their beliefs down other people's throats, they should just put forward their case.
Yeah. Stephen Webb, right on. You can see us representing behind us. I'm going to put something to you. You can say in Australia that you go for anything on the left, and people might go, oh, okay, a little unhinged. I'm not going to even comment on that. But no drama. They can say whatever they want, wherever they want. Why is it when you were a centralist, you're all for law and order, you love your police force, you love the military, you want strong borders, all that sort of shit, that you get attacked, that you could not put a sticker on because your car will actually get smashed, the tyres will be flattened, where you might get attacked once they realise that you're by yourself. It's only dangerous to be a law-abiding, common sense, chivalry citizen. Why should it be dangerous? The army is rolling right now into Chicago, preparing for what's about to happen if Senor Trump gets in.
Which is crazy, right?
It is scary.
That makes me think there is no way I'm voting for the side that wants chaos or that's, going to not follow the rules that we've got. There is no way that team looks attractive to me, and I cannot understand why it would. It hasn't. It's sanctioned the violence recently. It hasn't spoken out about it. It's, suggesting that there's going to be more violence. God, I really hope they don't get in. If that's the way they're going to deal with things with a big tantrum.
One of the biggest mistakes that was ever said was by the people that control us never to talk about politics or religion, because they're the two things that actually do control you.
Yeah,
or people that control you are controlled by those that if you talk about them, that is how you keep them honest.
Yeah. What we need to do is just change the way we talk so that we can actually just put our sides forward, not try and ram our own beliefs down someone else's throat. Be okay if someone thinks differently than you.
What if I change my voice like this? Is that what you meant?
Yeah, not quite. No, don't do that because it might go like that, like it did last week?
Hey, DJ Brown is in the APS right now. Yep, I get that right now, so I have no political stance either. I totally get it. It's funny that the people that are in harm's way aren't allowed to comment about it. I get it. A lot of people don't realise in Australia that we have absolutely, and you may not have heard this before, do not confuse that we are similar to America. We do not have freedom of speech. If you think you do, just speak outside the flags long enough and watch how you get a knock on the door.
We don't. And in Australia, we were never promised that. We don't have a Bill of Rights like Americans have. We our colony never had that sort of luxury.
I can't see any to Biden, Jesse. Not a single one. Not a single one.
Even I'm having trouble with it. To me, he's just a puppet for people in the shadows.
You can't be. Your policy can't be hating the other side. Your policy. Look at this, for example. He's getting 20 people turning up to a rally, and 17 of those are cameramen for other networks.
Oh, look, apart from that, I'm sure he's bordering on having dementia. Like, truly, it's frightening to think that this is where he would be at his starting point of becoming president. You know, I really think there might be a bigger agenda and he may just be a puppet.
Okay, see you later, Mr. P.
Oh, good night, Mr. P. Good night, John Boy.
Okay,
I've actually got some messages. Oh, sorry, from
yeah,
way
go.
back.
I just want to say hello to Bailey's hat first.
Oh, yeah.
Bailey, whose bed have you thrown your hat on? Wherever he lays it is home.
Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I've lost it now. Rob Kent said you can train Achilles with hand signals. He's trained dogs using zero voice commands.
I don't know if he's deaf yet. I don't know if he's deaf. I just suspect it.
There's options, you know, and I know you'll explore them too because you're good like that.
Hey, Braden, Gorn, there you go, mate. Make sure you have a feed. Then we can call you Graydon Not So Gorn.
Yeah, and look, Stephen Kay makes a great point here. To be honest, Black Lives never mattered to the left. Only black votes have. Like I was saying to you earlier, they were never angry enough to actually do something. You've got to remember, they had power and the problem has just grown and grown and grown. But they never look at their own leadership or what's happening there.
That's true.
They just want to attack Trump with it. And it's crazy. Like I said, why are they so outraged that they'd use violence if Trump wins the election? But they're not outraged about the state for women in India, or they're not outraged about kids starving in North Korea. Those are the things they should be outraged about.
It's true. Hey, Benny C, how you going, buddy? Do you know what we should be worried about?
What?
It's one of the most disgusting things I've ever heard of in my life. And I saw it, I heard it. Team, you're going to have some strong shoulders for this, or look away for a second. Next time someone talks about a minority group, there's a group I reckon's got it worse than anyone else almost. And it's the tribe in New Guinea that are the seaman warriors. And basically what that is a tribe, male dominated, like they are all there. And basically what happens is once you turn 9 years old, you are taken away and never really been around women again. And what happens is you are given a warrior that you have to take care of, and as it's called, the seaman warriors. Basically, it's a homosexual tribe where pubescent boys are basically raped until they're men.
Well, then it's not even homosexual. That's just paedophilia.
Yeah, but outside that, they have to hold their hand everywhere. It is all homosexual. It's exactly what it is. But
when they're children, to me, children are sexless, and it is just paedophilia.
Oh, no. I don't mean the boy. I mean from the men that are doing it. But when they do the videos, they're saying that you got to respect that culture. You go, hey, that ain't culture.
No, I don't.
That's a crime against humanity. You know.
Yeah, exactly. And no, I won't, because if we say that's not okay to us, do we really believe those values? That makes me frightened for our own civilization.
Yeah, it should never be rationalised.
No,
It's
something we can almost all agree on.
I can understand the bullet ants. I can understand the manhood, because we were looking at videos on the different areas where you go to manhood sort of stuff, and the bullet ants one, I looked at and thought, what's that tribe? Hamish and Andy went there, and basically to become a man, understanding that once you actually become a man, the way you get treated in the tribe is completely different for the rest of your life. You've proved yourself, you're a man, you're not treated like a boy.
Mm-hmm.
But you will do jobs like a boy until you actually pass this test, and that test is 20 times you have to put your hands for 10 minutes in the gloves of the bullet ants and get savaged.
Oh, ouch.
And it takes 24 hours for the venom to work out of its system, and you've got to do it 20 times before you're a man. But once you're a man, then you have certain, not just obligations to provide for the tribe, but you also get to the comforts of being in conversations
Yeah, it's a rite of passage.
It is a rite of passage, and that's one of the beautiful things when men and women get in the military, that you get onto a pedestal where you're allowed to get into adult conversations. I'm going to give you an example. If we've got someone here who's 18 or 19 years old, 18 or 19, 17 years old. Do we have anyone that's 17? Can we get a thumbs up for someone who's 17? Anyone? 17. Hand of colour if you can. Okay, let's just say, Hector. Look at him, doesn't like to be told what to do already. Bloody officer, Hector. Mutt and Hector, 17 years old. Cody, Carl P, no you're not. Okay, and Rory reckons he was once. You're not going to have too much to say in a conversation with men sitting around a fire. Okay, they might go, okay, yeah, righto, shrug their shoulders, ask you a question occasionally, but it's more sit there, listen, you know? You're going to get treated completely different once you're in the Australian Army, or if you're in the fire brigade, or if you're in the police force, if you're a paramedic, something like that. Because all of a sudden, you're part of a tribe of your own, where you have adult experiences to offer in the conversation, you know, that might assist with that manhood talk. You're going to have a bedrock of credibility, so to speak, that you won't have, okay, while you're still looking for a job when you're in, while you're young, all right? So it really is a adult experience that will give you so much credibility when someone says they're a professional sportsman, when someone says they are a politician, when someone says they are a professional whatever. It's very acceptable to say you're in the Australian Army, and then the next question will be, have you ever been overseas? The next question will be, what do you do? Okay, they're going to ask that. But that's out of curiosity. It's not just a test. And the more of the spear point you are, the more impressed I'll be. So it is a very important thing you're doing. And it is a reason why even Rome, every year, if you were a citizen of Rome, you were expected to step up, grab a shield, grab a spear, and every single year you would step up, join the legions. There was 4 legions at the very start, and go and look for trouble, expand, or go and get some plunder from somewhere, come back, then go back to your crops. And that eventually became the first sort of professional army under Gaius Marius. Okay? 7 consul, 2 as he did. So everything you do is about stepping up for your nation. And there's a whole bunch of fallouts that have got nothing to do with the army, but it is to do with what you have done in your life. May I go on for a second, please, Lauren?
Yeah, go for it.
I had the pleasure a couple of days ago to have 4 ex-soldiers down in my lounge room. And to look around and collectively be able to go, here's 4 guys, all happy dudes, all open doors for ladies. You go throw a ball back and forth to a kid, law-abiding citizens, tax-paying citizens. But between all of us, we've been all over the world, in the back of armoured vehicles, hanging out of helicopters, qualified in all assortments of weapon systems, seen some of the worst horrors in the world, you know, and most of us have all had malaria. All of us have either been bashed or bashed people in the street, you know, where because we had to stand up for our morals at times and you can't always walk away. But here we are all sitting in one room going, imagine how our lives would have been different if we had just gone, let's go and be an accountant. Or all I'm going to do is paint. And we're not judging those people. But what we're saying, by picking something and picking it early and dedicating ourselves, and like young Ali in the ocean yesterday, sticking it out when the going got tough and the tough get going, we might not have been in the front of the pack, we might have been at the back, but we're still there. We didn't fall out. The moves you make when you're young, and there'll be people right now that are in, whether it be Dave, Wo1, living in Vietnam. You know, he's not going to did him out from the village. Well done, sir. Stand fast. Made it
He just emailed from here. He just said goodbye.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Okay. He made it to the pinnacle of his job, and now he's retired in a street in Vietnam. You can't drive a vehicle down, and he doesn't know. And he doesn't know what flavour of animal he's eaten.
Yeah, and David's a great guy.
Yeah, he's very nice. See you, Dave. Did him out from that village. Not Dave. Pretty Hector Kaz, out of interest, what is the role of a LT in the SAS? They're a planner, mate. They plan, and they're normally not lieutenants. They're normally all captains, mate. There is no room for a lieutenant. Right? They're planners, not door kickers. All right? A lot of people don't realise that, and they've got a very, very hard job to do when on a selection course, because they'll do not only the normal work, they'll do the officers package on top of that to stretch them even further.
And planning is important. You know, it's important even in your everyday life. You know, I love planning. I'm a list writer.
You are the opposite of me. I am so useless at it. I'm a supporter of the ship.
I love it. I'm like Monica from Friends. I have little folders with tabs, and I love it.
I looked at yesterday the logistics behind Gulf War One that happened in 1991. I remember. It was while we were in the military.
I remember that.
I could not believe the amount of logistics, the millions of gallons, not litres, of fuel, of water, of ammunition, of batteries, of body armour, of body bags, of RVs. My head was spinning. Yeah,
it's so important though too. So, I mean, you know, we're not poo-pooing people who do the planning. That is a really important job.
That's right. You absolutely need them. Do you know one of the biggest and best leadership displays I've ever seen? I watched yesterday. It was on Chernobyl, and the other one was on Fukushima. When you've got someone who is a scientist, when a critical event happens, and you've got hundreds of millions of people's lives in danger, and they go, you have to come up with a solution to one of the worst tragedies that's about to happen on Earth in history, and you've got 30 minutes to sort it out. And they choose action, and they save lives. It nearly makes you cry. They had the fire brigade turned up. Every single one of them died. They employed over 500,000 people, liquidators, that had to go and clean it up in shifts of 30 seconds and 90 seconds. And then even then, a lot of them died. But they told them, you have to do this. You don't have a choice. No, they said you do have a choice. But remember, if you don't do it, someone else has to do it. And if you do it, you are going to be going down in history as one of the heroes that saved the nation. Because if you don't do it, we're talking about the rest of the country disappearing in a puff of smoke.
Yeah.
And it was amazing what they did.
Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah. Good night, Vic Prospecting.
Good night, mate.
Lockie is off.
Hey, Vic, if you find the gold, mate, let me know. I'll do the digging if I can have 10% of the gold.
I hope you trip over a welcome stranger. There's a jaundiced cow.
Oh, yeah, so where's you going, mate? We have got a jaundiced cow. The Asian bovine. Hi, Kaz and team. I've been busy and have reserve training shortly, so I have to catch up to you all soon. Thank you for those Army Reserve dollars there, SOS, for your donation there, sir. And this is coming to you. Not so cow.
I accept.
Thank you very much, mate. Thank you very much. And it'll go to a good bloody cause. And all the best of tonight. And feel free to let us know what happens with your training too.
Indeed. He's always good for a donation, SOS.
He is.
Yep.
We'll do something back for him one day.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah. Guys, just so you do know that we do have a... Vic Prospecting already found some I will send on Facebook or Instagram. Vic, you should see... I'm going to go backwards a little bit here. There's a place called Omeo down in the Victorian Highlands where I was doing photography for gold mines, for ABA. And when I was down there, there's the story of the guy who had gone as far up the river as a bloody tick. And he was bringing out about 10 grand's worth of gold a week. You know, and he was there forever in some motley caravan that smelt like asbestos. Creative license a little bit. And 17 cats instead of a blanket. And it is so cold there. And he just was ripping this gold out with this sluice out of the river. It was never ending. He was making a fortune. He was doing it for years. But what I didn't know, and what he probably didn't know, is gold has a DNA. Gold is different everywhere you go. And so this DNA started turning up, and they went, that DNA looks like this DNA, and you're on private property. So he ended up losing everything.
There you go. Hang on a minute. I've got some stuff from the comments.
Yeah, go.
Rory K said watching this stream has made him re-watch Kickboxer and download XCOM. Not what he was expecting.
Yes. Both are true stories.
Yeah, exactly. We like to share, Rory. You're welcome. You're welcome from us. And Fugly would like to know if you're going to do Movember.
Can't you see it? Wait a second. Look at that. I was thinking Miyagi. Fugly's having a laugh.
Yeah, that's funny. We've got some list writing ladies in the community. Carl P's wife is a list writer too, and Leah is a to-do list before bed the next day and a journal fanatic. I keep journals. I write everything down in my diaries.
Now, when you write a journal, do you take into account, do you write hoping that someone finds it one day, or do you water it down and not write exactly what you write in case it gets found one day?
No, it will. I've told my children they can have them when I'm dead and they can publish them if they want.
One of the saddest things that we never really realise is our kids don't want our shit.
Oh, my kids do. They're fighting over who gets it.
They tell you now, you know. They tell you now, but they're going to have their own shit soon.
Yeah, but that's not how it works in my family. I've got a lot of heirlooms that were handed down to me. So, and the deal is always that the kids tell me, like I did with my mum, you tell them what you want when you're alive, and that way it gets sorted out while the person's still alive, so there's no fighting once they're gone, because that can be terrible. And then it's all sorted out. Everybody gets a little bit of the family.
Yeah.
And it's going.
It's yeah. I've looked around at the moment. My buddy Hillary Clinton, who's here, who won't show his face on stream, as you know. Yesterday he just got up and went crazy. He turned wife on me. Just got up and just started cleaning, throwing shit away. He said, "Don't look at it, and you'll never know I threw it."
It's true. If you haven't used it in some time, you can just chuck it.
Yeah. Almost everything's gone.
Yeah,
I'm stoked.
You don't miss it.
No.
Yep. See, it's good. Are you drinking milk, or is that a juicy box you've got today?
That is blackcurrant juice.
Because Jay thinks you're drinking milk.
No, I don't drink milk.
You don't?
Unless it's in coffee. And I found out the tip today because I keep paying premium prices for McDonald's coffee. But then you get half a cup because of the froth. I mean, and Hillary goes, "That's why you get a flat white, dude. No froth, all coffee. You'll be laughing." I went, "Okay, I'll do that." Kaz thinking Nutsu cow milk. I'm not going to drink I'm not drinking bull milk.
We could get Simon to deliver some.
No, thank you. Hey, Leah, Achilles is really, really good. He's basically already toilet trained. Cute as a button. I don't know if you heard me before, but I think he might be deaf. Just not reacting to cues. And you know what that means to me? Absolutely nothing. I'll love him either way. Because I know, Leah, you will be off Kaz if all of a sudden I said that beautiful little pup, just because it can't hear. I know a lot of people that can't bloody hear. They're never listening.
I'm going a bit deaf too in my old age, so we can't hold that against him. Mr. Buckarooni's here.
Hey, Mr. Buckaroony, how you going? Mr. Buckaroony, I've got to tell you, I'm feeling really nervous at the moment because tomorrow, despite the fact that everyone looks like, they know and they've got the memo, common sense is not common, mate. And I feel for America. They need consistency. They need someone to buckle down on the hate.
Yeah.
What else we got here? 2 seconds.
Rafa says to say hello to Achilles.
Hey, go Rafa, you go, mate. Team, if this is your first time here and you're thinking, what the hell is this guy and gal talking about? We're an Australian channel. There's not enough Australian channels. You come and give a comment, Sorry, chucked a Biden right then. You know, I prefer truth over facts. White kids. You know, sorry, poor kids can be as smart as white kids.
Never took a Biden. Never sniffed his hair. Don't be creepy like that.
He's a goddamn weirdo. And I really am off his wife for not pulling him out of this earlier and saying, you're my husband, retire with grace, because he's being used like a bloody...
Look, I'm off her for not saying, hey, you're my husband, stop being creepy with kids. Stop being creepy with everyone's little girls. Stop sniffing their hair, that's not okay.
Wait 2 seconds. I've got to call a little lady.
Okay.
Sorry, team. She always comes first. 2 dragons. This is the reason why we joined the military. We don't even realise to protect our own and yours.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
I just wanted to ring up and say good night, and I hope you're having a beautiful night. Did you have a good night with Achilles?
Yeah.
Have you worked out whether he
Slept
can...
the whole entire time.
He slept? That's my boy. Do you reckon he can hear?
No. Do you reckon he can hear?
I don't know.
Do you reckon he can hear? Dog. Yes.
I'll love him either way, okay? But I love you more, so don't get jealous. I love you more. All
You're
right.
the one that don't get jealous.
All right.
Cuddle.
All right, darling. I love you. I've got to go because I'm online. Can you say hello to everyone?
Hi.
Hi.
Say hi back.
Can you say hello back, Lauren?
Hello.
That's it. It said hello back.
Hi.
Me or whoever's on the microphone.
Whoever's on the microphone.
There's a lady named Leah there who's got a little girl who's
Did
only...
she say hi?
She is saying hello to you, but she's typing it.
Say hi again.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
All right, darling.
She has a pretty voice. Say that to her.
She can hear you, darling. Oh, you're talking about my voice. Yeah, it was me.
No, hers.
It was me.
No, it was hers.
Okay. Can you say...
Dog.
Can you say something to Rory?
Pardon?
Can you say hello to Rory?
Hi.
And what about Jay?
Can I hear him?
They can hear you. Okay, darling.
Hi.
I've got to go, sweetheart.
Okay. Bye-bye.
I love you, darling. Bye.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye. There you go. Thanks, team. Sorry about that. You didn't come on here to hear me just sitting talking to my daughter. Guys and gals, whoever wins, let's just hope the Yanks stay peaceful.
Yeah,
Look,
exactly.
it scares me to see the military moving into the trouble spots. Funny enough, all Democrat locations. Kaz, when is your dog going to kill me? Oh, my dog couldn't kill a grasshopper. You know, I think it's tried. Today, little escape artist, little bastard. You know, I look away for 1 minute. It's like a kid in the flags. You know, it goes under for 30 seconds, and all of a sudden you're the bad guy. You know, I looked up and Achilles is gone. Got a house full of dudes. I'm like, everyone, stop what you're doing. Come out and find my deaf dog. We look over the next door neighbour, the Indian's house, and there's Achilles over there helping himself to chew the kids' toys.
Oh, cheeky.
So we lured him in with some food. He came back over and shit on the rug.
Yeah, just to teach you a lesson.
Yeah.
You know, Apache did the same thing for me. I was outside looking after my garden this evening because it was so hot here today. And I turned around for a minute and he's got this thing going with the dog next door. They always wee on each other's front fences. And before I knew it, he was over there weeing on the dog's letterbox.
That's what boys do. DJ Brown, see you later, mate. Thank you for coming and joining us today, man. Great to have another member here.
Yeah, that sounds like a yummy dinner too.
We're having tacos tonight.
Are you?
Yeah. Achilles does hate kill Hector, but I think my Achilles, his heel is his actual ears.
He'll kill you with cuteness, though.
Yeah. But his breath smells like butthole. You know.
You shouldn't be that close to him.
No, he likes a kiss. Get yourself a dog with a separation anxiety. Never runs away because it thinks you're going first. We've got Corporal Rory B. And hey, Kaz, how's your day? Day was good, mate. A little bit of anxiety. I've got a lot of friends in America. I need common sense to prevail tomorrow. For some reason, when people know that you're a Trump supporter, they seem to want to poke you with the stick, so to speak, to see if you react. I don't react, but I had a lady at the school who looks like she couldn't do one dip, one push-up, one sit-up, without assistance, who overheard me talking to someone on the phone and then tried to give me a bloody a mouthful. But I'll look at the crowd that you can see in here that represents Butler in USA, 57,000 people there. And last night, there was an African American fella, and what he said was, if you can do that much work for me, I don't care who you are, you're hired. And I thought, what better line is that? You will never in your life ever see someone who has worked more for their country than what you're seeing with Donald J. Trump at the moment. And I do not have a problem with saying I am a supporter. I love his leadership. I love what he's doing for his country, and I wish we had someone doing the same for us.
Yeah, and he doesn't sniff little girls' hair.
No.
So I think there's lots of reasons that he's a good guy. But how rude of that lady! Like, seriously, that is so rude to just be overhearing someone's conversation and think that they need your opinion or that they need to be corrected.
But we actually got on fine later. We had a bit of a debate.
You're a good conversationalist too. Spartan said the Yanks will go vote, then batten down the hatches and prepare for war. Meanwhile, we rock up to the local primary school, vote, then prepare for the $2 snags on the way out.
That really annoys me that those bloody sausages have gone up to $2 too. I remember when they were $1, when you had a choice of Bunnings or the polling booth, and it is the only thing that gets me there. But I'm going to tell you something. If you were in that comment section right now and you want to be a military, you still need to know what's happening politically. Just because you can't voice it doesn't mean you don't need to know it.
Yeah, and anyone who says that this election doesn't affect us because we're not in America, you really need to look at the bigger picture. It affects everybody because America is like, whoever leads America is like the leader of the free world. They really are running. They're navigating the ship for all of our allies.
Yep.
It's very, very important.
And look,
it was a serious case of Karenitis, Rory. I agree.
And look what Aidan Ruth is saying, and we'll explain this. A bit worrying. I have family in America. Good on you, mate. They're our strongest ally. And they described a very eerie thing to me. People are on their block in their city have been boarding up their windows in preparation for the election result.
Yeesh, that's like...
And do you know where there's only one side that is responsible for 100% of that hate and violence. 100%. And it's all Democrat. Yet people think to give them a chair at the table. It's scary, scary shit.
Yeah, that's terrible. I have family in the US as well, and it's I have an elderly aunt, and that's kind of scary.
Albino Nick is here.
Yeah, Albino Nick's here.
Carl P, $250 for a Bunnings snag now.
I think it means $2.50. $2.50.
Oh, okay. It's my eyes are failing. Just like my upper body strength.
It can't be $250. He hasn't put the dot in.
Yeah. Bryce.
Dave D said the Purge might become a documentary after this. Yeah, perhaps.
Look, you picture this at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking at more than 50 years of university studies to do with political courses.
Mm-hmm.
If you do that, you're, pardon language, a fucking moron. because everything that has was countered by a non-political person just coming up with a bit of nous and a bit of leadership. It had nothing to do with his money, because Bloomberg's got 10 times more dollars than Trump, and Bloomberg couldn't get a vote. Donald Trump, if you look at the speeches, why he chose to run, it'll all make sense. And you'll probably go, I get it now. I get it.
Yeah.
He's the only politician I've ever heard where the chants are, we love you, not the party. No one is saying anything about the Republican Party. They're saying they love Trump. He's doing 5 rallies a day. Talk about logistics. The security officer for those, if I had a hat on, I'd take it off. I don't know how that person is not quitting his job. You know.
Yeah, he's certainly fit for the job, you know.
I just look at the left and the right, and you go, why are they so angry? And then I look at the right and I go, it's not even the right, they're centralists and normal people. They've all got jobs, they're dressed well, they've got a smile on their face. Go, you want to be around people with a smile on their face. And what a lot of people don't know is, if you're in a red state that turns blue in the USA, you start paying state tax, which is about another 16 to 19% more tax than you're not paying now. So if I said to Carl P, how much do you pay your tax now? Well, now take out another 20% on top of that. Would you want that? No way. No way. At the end of the day, your vote is transactional with your leader. Does he give you safety? Does he give you economic security? Does he give you both? Or is it someone that gives you promises, then takes and delivers nothing? And that's not Donald Trump. I believe that if Donald Trump gets in tomorrow, we are going to have a period of restlessness, and I think it's going to settle down. I think it's going to break the back of CNN. And I think from there what we're going to see is a calmness come over, and we're going to see some real breakthroughs, as also technology does the rest and puts you in a position where you're very happy with where your life is going, that azimuth, that direction, that bearing. Hey, how you going, Jeremy Campbell? Great to have you here, mate. Imagine if when you unsubscribe, it comes up as well, because you know, I take a real risk, because I love this channel and I love this community. But I'm telling you now, if we don't have adult conversations, if I don't get in a position where I don't cop flack, that means I'm also not over the target. And if you ever feel like I'm a bit of a faker, like I'm scared to touch subjects, that's not good for our channel either.
And you certainly can have a different opinion than us.
Yeah, you can.
And we're not ramming our opinion down your throat. We're just telling you our reasoning. Please share your own if it's different. Hector,
why weren't you subscribed? You dirty dog. Maybe he's been unsubscribed by what's going on. Kaz Rafford just donated $5,600 to 4 different animal refuges.
Oh, that's great.
Dude, what's the go with that? I didn't even know you were raising money, bucko.
Now, you got to come tell us that sort of stuff.
You got to ring me. And I don't mean in a prison kind of way. I'm about to get off and make tacos in a second for the people in my house that are waiting downstairs for the cook, the head chef. Yes, chef.
I told you should have made snacks earlier.
Look, the computer's been stuffing around. I wanted to give you photos of everyone that was a standout, for good or for bad, for Channel 7, SAS Australia, Who Dares Wins. It's important that you see the people that don't quit. The biggest disappointment was the gentleman who just did not do it. And I believe they deliberately didn't show them a good technique, how to do the regain method, how to keep the bend in the arm. Some of you that go to School of Infantry, you're gonna get taught the right way, and then you can, with another 20 kilos thrown up, weapons and body armour, you're going to be able to get up there successfully, right? And that's how I think it was designed to fail yesterday, and they kept pushing and pushing and pushing, and you know who didn't give up? Ali. Well done. You know, and neither did, Jackson Warren, who's almost failed as far as strength goes, mental and physical, in all of the episodes leading up to now, but he still hasn't quit. He's been close, but he didn't quit.
Yep. Mr. Buccarini said you need to check your messenger. He asked you for your colour and size for a T-shirt.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, my man. Sale of Mr. Buckaroony fishing shirts, mate. Check Messenger. Dude, what a beautiful thing to give it to. Yeah, we were going to go and... we've thought before of our Patreon going and donating money to an animal refuge that run on donations. But I also, what I want to do, and we were going to do this before the 19 came in, was going to go there and actually buy a gift for one of the workers at the Katoomba Animal Shelter who has been there for years, and buy something for her. Because sometimes you've got to give something to the reward, that person, you know?
Yeah, exactly. We talked about a lot of things we could do recently. We talked about helping the sun bears in Borneo. We've talked about all sorts of stuff. So that's really lovely.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just waiting for the Queen to quell the ungrateful US colony.
I don't think she could care less.
I heard a rumour come out, and it's a rumour at this stage, that the Queen has put something out that she's abdicating in 6 months to Prince Charles. I haven't seen that anywhere else.
Yeah, I've only seen it in one place, but it was some British media, so it'll be interesting to see. Stay tuned to that.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Yeah,
well,
for sure.
Tib, let's get out of here. Let's go and throw a taco on the Barbie. Doesn't sound the same.
Not quite.
And if you watch episode 5 of SAS Australia, Who Dares Wins, Channel 7, the only time to watch normal TV, I reckon. Don't watch the coverage tomorrow. Go to Right Side. It's called Right Side. If you're going to watch the coverage of the US election, the result, Right Side. Fantastic. Yep. All started from a gentleman like you who didn't have a YouTube channel, who was sick of seeing rallies happen where, for Donald Trump, they wouldn't show the crowd sizes. So he went, well, I'm going to go there with my camera and I'm going to show the crowd sizes. And he did. And now he owns his own network.
Before we go, Mr. Buckaroony said the next one is going to be for a cuddle cot for a country hospital so parents can grieve longer for a stillborn child. That's beautiful. We even talked about us maybe raising for a humidity crib one day for the NECO unit. So I love what Mr. Buckaroony does.
Everything Mr. Buckaroony does, when you consider if anyone in this country has a right to be a little bit negative, a little bit jaded, you know, this is a guy that was a soldier to the rank of War Officer Class 2 in Signals Corps. Fantastic. Mercury, hold it up.
Yep.
Okay, and then he was a cop. And then after a cop, now he works in the prison service. With Mr. Buckaroony, what you see is what you get. He is the kind of guy, if everyone was like it, we'd have a perfect country.
Oh, yeah, we'd be living in a utopia if everyone was like that. So that's good. What's happening this week? Any more streams this week or videos we should look forward to?
Well, I was thinking about tomorrow. I don't know how to hustle it because my Streamlabs is not working properly. I would have loved to have done a live stream tomorrow while I'm watching, just while I watch what's going on as the results start coming out. But we're up in the air. I don't know. Let's see how it goes, because you know what? I don't want to be part of someone else's meme. Okay, if he loses,
exactly.
You know,
feeling. That's a good idea.
I want him to win for America. Okay, for the USA, our brothers. You know, they've bled too much. They have bled too much.
I actually worry for a bigger picture. You know, if he doesn't get in. So, but other than that, I've got a new video coming out on Monday again, and other than that, check out Mr. Buckaroony's channel, buy a T-shirt from him, because you know it goes to a good cause. Yeah,
that's it. That's it, and we will too. Mr. Buckaroony, we need to get in touch. You know, we'll swap some details and that sort of stuff and find out a when. All right, and other than that, guys and gals, if you're watching right now and you haven't pressed like or you haven't pressed subscribe, both are free, then please do, because that is like the ticket to get in, if you will. Hey, Connor, how you going, mate? Yeah, I think he will too, mate. I think it's going to be a landslide. But the thing is, okay, this is something you may not have heard, Lauren, and it really hurts my heart. The left have said, get ready. that if it doesn't go their way, to go out and cause as much trouble as you can.
Oh,
I'm going,
just
why would you say that?
Because they're just criminals. the
There's going to be some 20-year-old guy or girl, regardless of what happens tomorrow, that is going to lose their life based on what?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah, and Fugly said, go and follow the meme page on Instagram, In the Trenches with Memes. It's really funny.
You need, Fugly, when you come in here, you honestly have to have, you have to have that that link and start putting that link up. I'm letting you do it. You can do it, mate.
Yeah. He's done it before.
Yeah, because it is good, and he's bloody good at it too.
Yeah, he is good at it. I appreciate his work too, doing that. Okay, well, everybody have fun. Everyone stay peaceful.
Can we ask if you are a supporter? No, I won't ask that. I was going to say, if you're a supporter of Mr. Trump, this is the time not to sit on a fence. Your real name's not there. Put a hand up in chat. Put a thumbs up. And let's vote for common sense prevailing in the USA tomorrow, the land of the free.
But you don't have to.
You don't have to if it's your real name, because I understand, weirdos. Democracy personally, I feel people should vote for whoever they want, but whichever side would win, everyone should band together and support whichever president gets elected.
Exactly right, and that's not something we've seen in President Trump's tenure.
I cannot support Biden. I cannot support Harris.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
But
I believe they're both criminals.
We wouldn't suggest people become violent.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
If they survived Obama, they can survive them.
The good life. Maybe Aussies need to send peace to USA. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Good vibes to them. All right. On that note, that's a good way to leave.
Okay, dudes, let's get out of here. Let's take it easy. Let's enjoy a sausage roll tomorrow. I'm going to go enjoy not just tacos, but the heartburn that comes with it. The only salad I endorse is jalapenos. And they are the weakest of all chilies until they come out. And that is like a flamethrower.
Okay. Thanks for the visual.
That's no problem. Duncan, me mate. How you going, buddy? Guys and gals, let's get out of here. Become a member if you're not, team. Go green. Let's see you get your rank. It's not long before we've got the sergeants in there. And guys and gals, it's an absolute pleasure to be here. Who dares wins or fails first. Up to you.
Yeah, that's true.
See you later. Thank you very much for your time. Donation of your time. Donation of your coins. Donation of your memberships. And donation to your country. See you later. That's Kaz from In the Trenches. Wondering what tomorrow brings. Out of here. See you later.